All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be practicing our reading and pronunciation as we read through a short story. The short story can be found in the class materials section. It is entitled Bus. Okay, if you cannot find it, the link is in the Verbling and the Google chat boxes right now. All right, very good. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Amparo. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Doing well. What about?
I'm doing great, thank you. How was your weekend, Amparo?
Nice. We were celebrating our foundation of our city, so we have a
Okay.
festival. Yeah,
That's
festival
cool.
here, gastronomic festival.
Uh-huh.
A lot of
That's
food to eat.
that's great. That's great. Very cool. Very cool. All right, and let's see here. Daniel, welcome to class. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you. How goes the studying and the job search today?
It's going good.
All right, man. Let's see here. Victor, how you doing, Victor?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you, Chad?
I'm doing great, thank you. How's your day starting off so far today? Bright and early?
Quite early, yes. 8 a.m.
All right. Not too bad though. Not too bad though. My day usually starts at 4:40 in the morning. 4:40.
Yeah.
How many hours you sleep?
You early bird.
Yeah. Yesterday I slept. Let's see. I finally went to bed at about 1:40. So I slept for
3 hours.
yeah, 3 hours or so, something like that. And then I took a little bit of a nap in the afternoon.
That's why.
It's
Not
not
What's
enough. It is.
What did you say, Daniel?
I like biphasic sleep or routine.
Yeah, it's I'm used to it now. But yeah, when I first started doing it, when I first opened up my 5 a.m. slot, 4:40 came around. I was like, oh, I didn't know what to do with myself. But no, now I'm pretty used to it. I get up and it's pretty normal. But yeah, I usually take a nap or so, something like that, during the middle of the day. Yeah, it's tough to get used to at first, but after a little bit, you're good to go. Let's see here. Walla? Hi there, Walla. How are you?
Fine, I'm doing well, thank you.
Great, great. And Walla, where are you from?
I'm from Qatar.
From Qatar. Okay, very cool. Very cool. I have another one of my students that's from there. She's a reporter. What do you do there? Are you a student or are you working full time?
I'm student.
You're a student? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's see, Rodrigo. How you doing, Rodrigo?
Chad, I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you again.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, we also have Adriana. Hi there, Adriana. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Nice to have you here.
Thanks.
All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get rolling. The link is in the chat box. It's also in the class materials section. Let's see here. So the other day we started over on the right-hand side. Today we're going to start on the left with Adriana.
Okay.
All right. And Adriana, let's have you read from the beginning from It's Never Easy. Okay, and I'll have you read down to, oops, 4. Let's see. Let's have you read down to here where it says, does not remember me, please.
Okay. It is never easy when one attempts to analyze a relationship. There are so many variables to consider, and they are as constant as sun in a windstorm. Each memory of a shared existence changing with age and the seasons. The bad times fade like clouds in the sun, and the good times loom like a full moon on a cold, clear night. The Truth, as I have come to see it, lay somewhere between. I have told people over the years that I am an only child, and that my brother agrees. His memories of our childhood are totally different from my own. He remembers little of our early years. But I remember little else. We are only 2 years apart in age, so it is not that we grew up in totally different situations. We had the same parents, we went to the same schools, knew many of the same people, and yet he does not remember me.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word yet first. So instead of saying jet, give me a good Y sound here. E-et, yet.
Yet.
There you go. Very good. Next up is the word. Now, you did really well all the way through here. Okay, it sounded really nice. Let's go to this word here. The word is loom. Instead of lum, loom.
Loom.
There you go. Good. Next up is with age. So give me a good TH here instead of saying with age. Okay, it's with age, with age.
With age.
Very nice. Okay, next up is the word constant. So our stress is at the very beginning of the word. Instead of constant, okay, it's constant. Try that.
Constant.
There you go. Good. Next is the word consider. Now, give me a good D sound. Instead of a Spanish D saying consider, it's consider. Consider.
Consider.
There you go. Good. One more time. Consider.
Consider.
Good. Now, notice you guys the difference. Both of these words start off with C-O-N. But this word here, the stress falls on the beginning. That's why I say constant. Okay, but this word, the stress falls on sid. So the C-O-N is pronounced kun, consider. All right, so it depends on where that stress is. That's how we pronounce the C-O-N or C-O-M as in mama. Okay, and your last word here is variables. Variables.
Variables.
Good. One more time. Variables.
Variables.
All right, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.
No problem. Amparo, you are next.
Okay.
Okay, please read from I can only attribute. Finish the paragraph. And read to, let's see. Okay, read down to here where it says existence on the wheel of life, please.
Okay. I can only attribute this to his centrist attitude, him being the center of a world that God had created for his benefit. His attitude and self-absorption had been propagated by a simple fact. He, like the proverbial cat, always seemed to land on his feet, no matter how hard he tried to destroy himself with self-indulgent behavior. He floated to the top like Cheerios in a bowl of meal. He didn't always emerge unscathed, but he did emerge when all others would have been fitted for their last suit. I used to think of it as fate, but after years of observation and his continued success at avoiding serious long-term impairment, I had to conclude that it had to be luck. Luck is a wonderful word. It removes all aspects of accountability and places the whole of one's existence on the wheel of life.
Okay, nice job, nice job. All right, let's go to the word word right here. So give me that D at the very
Word.
end. Okay, a wonderful word.
A wonderful word.
There you go. Good. Next up is the word observation. So instead of obser, give me a B. Observation.
Observation.
Good. One more time. Observation.
Observation.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Next up is the word unscathed. Okay, so we have a voiced TH into a D sound. Unscathed.
Unscathed.
Good, good. One more time. Unscathed.
Unscathed.
Very nice. Next up is the word propagated. Okay, so our stress is at the very beginning.
Propagated.
Very good. And your last word is attribute.
Attribute.
Okay, good. So now this is going to be our verb. I can only attribute. Okay, if it's attribute, that is a noun.
Okay.
Okay, so attribute is our verb. Okay, and that's like to give credit to.
Okay.
Okay, all right, very good job. Thank you. Good. Let's go to Daniel.
Yep.
All right, Daniel, please read from The Age of Reason. Whoops. And go ahead and finish up the paragraph. Then read down to. Let me have you read to here this this comma where it says "from those experiences," please.
Okay. The age of reason never arrives, and the concept of growing older is not recognized by the psyche. Time also has no relevance because there can be no true pleasure in the future. It is also an emotion rooted in the present. It revolves around the notion of cause and effect, and culminates in immediate gratification. The idea of a savings account is as inconceivable as waiting in line. Concepts relegated to those who do not believe in luck, but in God. Just as the family dynamic defines our social reality, our spiritual reality is defined by circumstance. No matter the teachings, the theology, or in some cases pure timing, our spiritual awareness often evolves from experience. When life and spirituality don't run on parallel tracks, it is understandable that meaning derived from those experiences.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, let's first off go to the word those. Give me a little bit more O sound instead of those. Okay, O, those, from those experiences.
From those experiences.
There you go. Good. Next up is the teachings. So we're bouncing between a TH and a T. The teachings.
The teachings.
Good. One more time. The T. The teachings.
The teachings.
Good. All right. Now, whenever you have a TU and they're paired together like this, okay, in most cases you are going to pronounce that T like a CH. So instead of saying spiritual, it's spiritual. Spiritual.
Spiritual.
Just like that. One more time. Spiritual.
Spiritual.
Okay, very nice. Next up is the word, this big one here. So this is inconceivable. So our stress is right here. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Okay, give me a good V there. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
There you go. Good. Next is, let's see here, notion. Right here, instead of notion. Okay, give me an O. No, notion.
Notion.
Okay, very nice. Next up is relevance. Give me a good V. Relevance.
Relevance.
One more time. Relevance.
Relevance.
Great, much better. Okay, this one here you were very close on. The word is psyche. Psyche.
Psyche.
One more time. Psyche.
Psyche.
Great. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Let's go to, let's see, Jenna. Hi there, Jenna. How are you? Uh-oh. Jenna, I can't hear you. Nope, still can't hear you. Yeah, I hear you moving your microphone, but but I can't hear you. It's not working.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Now I can.
Okay.
All right, very good. Okay, Jenna, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you today, Chad?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. Okay, let's have you continue from although real. Okay. Finish the paragraph, and let me have you read down to, let's see, this semicolon right here. Okay. Merely for the exposure, please.
Okay. Although real may not be totally accurate, that said, however, it doesn't make them any less real, or in my brother's case, reinforcing. Sunday school, the social imperative heaped upon a unsuspecting young, when at their most sorry, impressionable, is a tolerated practice by many who led away to genuinely abject. But for my brother, it became the place where he realized that it was he who was destined to sit at the right hand of God. This ability to place himself in the rose-colored light of the improbability is what makes his life so remarkable. It wasn't that he had the kind of disposition that would not recognize failure. It was that the promise he held for himself was one just short of beautification. He recognized early in life that he had been put on earth merely for the exposure.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, let's go to okay, let's go to the word early first.
Early.
So here you said early. Okay, instead of early, it's early.
Early.
There you go. Okay, so let's try this here. He recognized early.
He recognized early.
Okay, now what's going on is you're pronouncing this this L like a D. You're saying erdy. All right. The reason why is because you're pushing too hard and too quick down on your tongue. Okay, so your tongue, instead of saying early and really pressing and holding that L sound, you're saying erdy, and it's coming up and hitting and then coming right back down really quick. Okay, so your tongue needs to stay at the top of your mouth for just a touch longer. So it's early, early.
Early.
There you go. Okay, so let's try this. I want you to say early.
Okay. Early.
Okay, all right. So nice and slow. Okay, give me a good L. So even when you did that, you said D early and pronounced a D. Okay, so it's early.
Early.
Good. One more time. Early.
Early.
Okay, all right. So one thing that you need to take a listen to as well is, so when you're pronouncing that, your tongue is just barely touching the top. You're saying erdi. Okay, with the L, it presses against the top. Li. So feel your tongue press against the top of your mouth, then release. Right now, you're just doing this, and it's hitting the top. Erdi. Okay, that's how you're getting that D sound. Okay. So when you practice this will be a good practice for you to do. Okay, starting off with the li and saying li. Okay, and really pressing in on that. Okay, it sounds stupid. It sounds funny. I know. Okay, but what's going on is that you don't have the muscle memory in your tongue to remember how to pronounce the L when it follows an R and then a Y sounds after it. you know how to pronounce the L in other situations. That's not the case. But when you have an R, an L, and a Y, your mind goes, wait a minute, okay? And it tries to think of another sound to create, and it's confusing itself. So you have to work through that. Okay, it's like any movement that you do in sports or in weight training or anything like that. Practice it nice and slow. Okay, focus on the movement and then speed it up afterwards. Okay, so I would suggest, okay, saying li or la or lo, okay, and pressing in on that L and then releasing that. Okay, that'll strengthen the tongue and then also get your mouth used to pronouncing a li or a la or a lo after the L, okay? Because that's what's going on. You want to say D instead of li and press in on it, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at some other sounds here. All right, let's go to the word object, which is right here. Okay, so this word is object with the stress at the end instead of object. It's object.
Oh, so it's not object.
Yeah, this is going to be object because it is a verb instead of object, which would be a noun.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Object.
So, yeah, to genuinely object.
So if this is a verb, should be object. If it's a noun, it's object.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Next one here. Make sure to pronounce this K sound on lack. Okay. So who lack away. Try that. Who lack away.
Who lack away.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And next one up here. So here, instead of saying said, you actually said sad. Okay. So give me a short E. This is that said, however. That said, however.
That said, however.
Mm-hmm. Good. One more time. That said, however.
Said, however. That said,
Good.
however.
Good, good. All right, and your last word here is the word accurate. Now, the ATE in this word is actually pronounced with a short I and a T. So instead of accurate, it's accurate. Accurate.
Accurate.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All righty, let's go to, let's see, Ricardo. How you doing, Ricardo?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent. Good to have you here. Ricardo, where are you from?
I'm from Ecuador.
Ah, this Ricardo. All right.
Yes.
Welcome. Yes. You don't have a picture, and so you do have a picture. I don't remember that picture though. Oh, I was thinking of Jenna. Yeah. So I'll try and remember your picture here, man. Okay. Okay. All right. So Ricardo, let's have you read from "He Had No Intention." Finish that paragraph, these couple lines, and read down to here where it says "Vision of the world in which he lived." Please.
Okay. He had no intention of remaining a moment longer than necessary. What would be the point? He had considered his family extremely fortunate to have him, and me, well, I tolerated by him because, like it or not, we shared an ancestral heritage, not to mention a bedroom. I have to admit I admire his outlook. I also realized that his extreme optimism had more to do with refusing to accept the consequence of his actions, more than the actions themselves. Failure never occurred to him, for his mind could not contemplate what he refused to see. He coupled this remarkable feat with his incredibly short attention span. A chaotic event occurring on Monday would by Tuesday be replaced with a version that more suited the vision of the world in which he lived.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word suited instead of suited. Okay, this is an oo sound only. Okay, suited.
Suited.
Very good. Next up is the word occurring. Now here you're saying occurring using the cure word. Okay, so this is only going to be an ER sound. Occur, occurring.
Occurring.
Good. One more time. Occurring.
Occurring.
Great. Next up, this word here is pronounced coupled. So, couple things here. First up, this OU in this particular word is pronounced with an Okay. Now we have an ED ending. In most ED endings, the E is not going to be pronounced. So instead of saying coupled, it's coupled. Coupled.
Coupled.
Good. One more time. Coupled.
Coupled.
Okay, very nice. Next up is the word occurred. Just like occurring, same thing. This is occurred.
Occurred.
Very nice. Good job. Next is, I think it's accepted. Okay, very good. So with this word here, there are two sounds we're going to use. At the very beginning, it is ac. Okay. Then the second C is sep. Okay, so this is accepted.
Accepted.
Good. One more time. Accepted.
Accepted.
Wow. Very good. Next is admit. Okay, here the stress is at the very end. Instead of admit, it's admit.
Admit.
Okay, very good. And your last word is, whoops, right here, considered. Instead of considered, it is considered.
Considered.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chad.
No problem. All right, lived. Okay, next up is Rodrigo. Okay, Rodrigo, let's have you read from the reality. Finish this paragraph and read down to, let's have you read down to here where it says, aspiring with hopeless pity, please.
The reality of a stone thrown by a neighborhood boy nearly blinding him became obliterated by the notion that functioning with one eye for a period of time not only made him a more dashing figure, but also would lead to the eventual discarding of his eyeglasses. The fact that the vision in his left eye never returned to normal didn't bother him to the slightest. That was the past. His outlook, short attention span, and rejection of facts that did not fit into his vision of the world, and his obsession with heroes the likes of Superman, all worked to his detriment over the years. It was one way a blessing as far as those who were forced to watch his demise were concerned, that he not only did not see this deterioration, but rather used it to place himself on a higher rung where he looked upon the aspiring with hopeless pity.
Okay, very good. All right, let's start off with the word aspiring. Okay, the word here is aspiring.
Aspiring.
Okay, very nice. Next up, we have the word rather right here. So instead of rather, okay, give me a good TH sound. Rather.
Rather.
Very good. Next up is this big word here. Okay, instead of deterioration, it's deterioration. Deterioration.
Deterioration.
One more time. Deterioration.
Deterioration.
There you go. Good. That one's a tricky one right here in the middle. Okay, excellent. All right, let's go to the word detriment. Okay, so the stress is at the very beginning. Detriment.
Detriment.
Very good. Next up is the word, okay, period, which is right here. Instead of period, it's period.
Period.
Okay, one more time. Period. Period.
Period.
That's it. That's it. Nice job. Next is obliterated. Obliterated.
Obliterated.
Good. One more time. Obliterated.
Obliterated.
Awesome. Awesome. And your last word is reality. Reality.
Reality.
Okay. Nice job. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hopeless pity. Okay. Next up is Victor.
Okay.
Okay. Victor, please read from his view of life. Finished here. Read down to the bottom of this paragraph. This next one, so that's me about 3. And read down to here where it says, escape he told me once. Please.
His view of life, much like that of a child on Christmas Eve, allowed him to overlook the toll extracted by drugs and alcohol. Each day was a new beginning, the scars from the previous day having been turned into a badge of honor, allowed him to put on a new set of tights and a freshly laundered cape and head into the world, ready to defend his utopian vision. Age, like rust and fatigue, had dulled the shine of his character, but refusing to look in the rear-view mirror, he had no vision but his own. I believed he had a guardian angel that watched over him, and much like a doting parent, chose not to see his faults, but rather believe his rendition of events. The daily infusion of mind-numbing substances was not a conscious effort to escape, he told me once.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word numbing. Okay, so this is like thumb. Okay, the B is silent. Numbing.
Numbing.
All right, very nice. Okay, next is. Oops. Okay, next is the word chose. Okay, so like a doting parent chose not to see his faults. Try that.
Like a doting parent chose not to see his faults.
Okay, now with doting, I would actually use a flap T there. Instead of doting, I would say doting. Like a doting parent.
Like a doting parent.
There you go, that's it. Okay, very nice. Next up is the word utopian. Right here. So instead of utopian, it's utopian.
Utopian.
Okay, very nice. Next is the word honor. Okay, so instead of honor, this is one of the words where we do not pronounce the H. Honor.
Honor.
Okay, there you go. Good. And the last word for you is allowed. This OW is an OW sound, so instead of allowed, it's allowed.
Allowed.
Great. All right, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chad.
No problem. Great job. All right, so once. Okay, very good. Let's go to Walla. Okay, Walla, please read from but an attempt. Finish this paragraph and read down to a form of osmosis, please. Make sure to unmute yourself, Walla.
Okay.
There you go.
But an attempt to heighten his awareness so that he might better being able to relate to those he was destined to brush up against. Much like one relates to others in an elevator, more out of necessity than need. He had large brown eyes, those he chose to speak to found themselves drawn to their own image reflected in them, making them feel like small children. I have more than once seen the involuntary movement of eyes groping his aura, and with an unknowing smile of Trump on their lips. Their hand finding his, they waited for him to lead them wherever he chose to go. I knew him better than most, not because I studied his movements or analyzed his psychology, but simply because as children we were forced to spend so much of our time together. What I knew of him I had learned casually through a form of uh, osmosis.
Okay, nice job. Very good job. Okay, let's take a look here at about 5 words. First up, we have the word studied. Now, we're focusing on this long E sound. So instead of saying studied, it's studied. Studied.
Studied.
Good, good. Much better with that vowel sound. Excellent. Let's go to our next word here. This is triumph. Okay, triumph. Triumph.
Triumph.
Okay, very good. One more time. Triumph.
Triumph.
Very good. Okay, next up is the word involuntary. So our stress is right on that VO. Involuntary.
Involuntary.
Very good, very good. Next is the word necessity. So our stress is right here. Necessity.
Necessity.
Okay, one more. There you go. Okay, so let's try this. We're going to say more out of necessity than need.
More out of necessity than need.
Okay, very good. Next up is the word against. Against. Try that.
Against.
Good, good. Now, against. Let's see here. I forget. So with this word, you had said against. Oh, that's what it is. Against. So there, and that's a typical error for those who speak Arabic with the NST sound. Okay, so you feel like you need to add in an extra vowel sound. So just watch that. This time when we practice it, you said it just fine. You said against without any problems. But when you read through it, you did say against. Okay, adding an extra vowel. Okay, so just watch that. Other than that, you did very well. Okay, nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Let's go back to the top here to Adriana.
Yes.
Okay, Adriana, let's have you read from a condition down to supersedes reason, please.
A condition we are subjected to throughout our lives. I too was drawn to him like a mouse to peanut butter. I, however, having experienced the weight of his arrogance, was better able to fend off the predictable results. It wasn't that I was smarter than his other subjects, or even that I knew what to expect. It was just that as children we act most often on an emotional plane that supersedes reason.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Let's take a look at 3 words here. First up, we have the word expect. So instead of saying expect with only an S, we need a K sound as well. Expect. Try that.
Expect.
Okay, one more time. Give me a K. Expect.
Expect.
There you
I knew
go.
what to expect.
There you go. Good, good. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to throw in there. Okay. Very nice. Let's go to. Let me check my notes. Okay. Yes. Okay. This word here, instead of saying drown, okay, with an oo sound in there, saying drown, it's the AW is only in an ah sounds. So we're going to say drawn. Drawn.
Drawn.
Very good. Much better. Okay. Now your last word is Condition. Okay, so same thing. So the stress is on the di. So in this word, we don't want to say condition. It's kun. So it's condition.
Condition.
There you go. Good. All right. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
No problem. All right. Let's go to Amparo.
Yep.
Okay, Amparo, please read from. It's in these actions. Finish the paragraph and read down to here. Cataracts of jealousy, please.
Okay. It is in these actions an attempt to survive. Then, unbeknownst to us, we eventually adopt a form of social action that we carry with us for life. A good kick in the shins had more to do with our eventual relationship than it probably should have. But then I suppose that could be said of most relationships. My intention is not to explain my brother through the cataracts of jealousy.
Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at two words. In both words, we're working on the sh sound. Okay, the first one, relationships.
Relationships.
There you go. Good. One more time. Relationships. Okay, good. Now, that was the second time we had the word. The first time you had it, you said it just fine. Okay? But yeah, coming around to the second time, the ships here at the end was fine. It was this one right here, right there in the middle. Okay. This word here, instead of social, it's social. Good. One more time. Social. Excellent. All right. Yeah, everything else was great. Okay, nice job. Okay, let's continue with Jenna.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so let's see here. So you have nonchalant, Barcelona, and Merrill Lynch.
Okay, can I repeat it?
Yeah.
Okay, I know you tell me how to pronounce the first word before, but I just don't remember. Nonchalant, Barcelona.
Yeah.
And then what's the last one?
Merrill Lynch. So you want to connect the two L sounds. Merrill Lynch.
Merrill Lynch. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now, sometimes when you hear the word Barcelona, especially from people from Spain, they will say Barcelona, and they will use a th sound.
Okay.
All right, so watch out for that. It's the same word, it just sounds different. Okay?
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Good. Let's go to so for jealousy, and read down to here where it says I hold no grudge, please.
Okay. For jealousy, I can assure you, has not been the result of my connectedness to him. Quite the contrary. This belief would better summarize my analysis of his life, as it flickered past me like a silent film. Me being the piano player, I had in many ways been relegated to the position of keeper of the flame. It was not intentional, and I assure you, I hold no grudge.
Okay, very good. All right, so we're going to take a look at three words. First up, we have intentional. Now, here at the end of this word, you had pronounced an U saying intentional. Okay, so instead of intentional, it's intentional. So it's an sound plus an L. Intentional.
Intentional.
Okay, one more time. Intentional.
Intentional.
All right, very good. Okay. Next up is contrary. Right here. Instead of contrary, it's trary. Contrary with the CHR sound. Contrary.
Contrary.
Awesome. Okay, very good. And last one here is for jealousy. So instead of saying for jealousy, curve your tongue up for the R sound. For jealousy.
For for jealousy.
Good. One more time. For jealousy.
For jealousy.
All right. Very good. Very good. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
So from grudge. All right. Let's go to Ricardo. All right. Ricardo, please read from It Was Just the Nature. Finish this paragraph and read down to here where it says actually full brothers, please.
Okay. It was just the nature of the universe coming into play, not unlike the peacock that spreads his colorful feathers to draw attention to himself. Whether a conscious act or an evolutionary one, notice is forthcoming, and much like the squeaky wheel or the crying child, it receives the attention. My senses of observation were made more acute, one might argue, due to the fact that we were not actually full brothers.
Okay, very good. All right, so let's go to due to the fact. Now, because the D and the T are so very similar in your language here, okay, once you get to the TH, you're almost on a roll, and so you want to say due to the. So instead of due to the, it's due to the. Okay? Due to the fact. Try that.
Due to the fact.
That's it. Good, good. Next up is acute. Instead of acute, acute.
Acute.
Very nice. Next up is, okay, same word here, the. Okay, so much like the squeaky wheel. So give me the here. Much like the squeaky wheel.
Okay, much like the squeaky wheel.
Okay, very good. And let's go to the word conscious. Right here. Conscious. Okay, conscious.
Okay, conscious.
There you go. Okay, very nice. And the last one for you is going to be, okay, so here you used a flap T, okay, saying not unlike. Now you can, but you have to say it quicker. Okay? So when you're pronouncing the flap T, the trick to combining or linking words is not to pause. That's harder than it sounds, okay? Especially when it's not your language. Okay? So when you're using it though, you had said not done like. So it was kind of slow. So here you want to say not unlike, not un, like it's one word, not unlike.
Okay, not unlike.
Good, good. So let's try this. We're going to say not unlike the peacock.
Not unlike the peacock.
Good, that's how you do it. So it's one word all the way through. Okay, really until you get to peacock. It's all just kind of one word mushed together. Not unlike the peacock. Okay?
Okay.
All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
No problem. All right, so full brothers. Okay, let's go to Rodrigo. Okay, so Rodrigo, let's go from but shared. And let's have you read down to here where it says took little notice of that fact, please.
But shared only one half of the DNA available from the primordial pool. We were products of a mother who raised us without the help of our biological fathers, who were more than pleased by this fact. Through experience and observation, I can attest to the fact that neither of us suffering greatly because of this situation. The father figure in our home was not genetically linked to either of us, but took little notice of that fact.
Okay, nice job. Nice job. Okay, I like your corrections of some of the TH words that you came across, like father. Okay, good job. Okay, so you're recognizing when you are saying them incorrectly and you're correcting them. That's what you want to do. Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at some other words. So I've got 3 for you. Okay, first up, okay, we're going to practice little notice. Okay, little notice. So we're going to use the flap T here. Little notice.
Little notice. Little notice.
Okay, notice. Little notice.
Little notice.
There you go. Good. One more time. Little notice.
Little notice.
Excellent. Very good job. Next up is right above here. So we have a T and a U. Okay, so instead of saying situation, it's situ with the CH sound. Situation.
Situation.
All right, very good. Okay, and your last word is the word suffered. Instead of suffered, it's suffered. Suffered greatly.
Suffered greatly.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, nice job. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's continue here to Victor.
Okay.
Okay, Victor, please read from "For all practical purposes." Finish this paragraph and read down to here where it says "a sign of having succeeded." Please.
For all practical purposes, we were his children, and in our childhood state of ungratefulness, we of course didn't realize the significance of this until much later in our lives. It is difficult to appreciate love that is not inherited. Love is an emotion that cannot be bought or sold. It is an emotion that erupts like sweat on a humid day, bursting out in an attempt to warn us of the dangers and leaving an undeniable sign of having succeeded.
Okay, nice job. Nice job. So, great job here combining those sounds. Humid day. Okay, I like that. You're really getting used to when you're seeing them, you're recognizing them, you're mushing them together automatically. That's really good. Okay. The only word I want to work on is this one here. Okay, it's going to be an ER sound. Burr. Instead of busting, it's burr. Bursting out.
Bursting out.
Good. So one more time. Bursting out.
Bursting out.
Okay, great. Yeah, everything else was really good. Okay, nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, having succeeded. All right, let's go to Walla. Okay, Walla, please read from. Oh, let's just have you finish that. It's from Gerald down to "He cared about us." Please go ahead and unmute your microphone. Walla, are you there? 3, 2, 1. Okay, Adriana, go ahead and read from Gerald down to "He cared about us."
Gerald, as he asked us to call him, did not demand obedience or even the semblance of love, but respect. He did not expect us to be like him, for which I will be eternally grateful. Perhaps because he had no part in bringing us into the world, he felt we owed him nothing. Although it was evident to us, even as children, he did not hold himself to the same standard. He never adopted us. He did more than that. He cared about us.
All right, very good job. Very good job. Okay, so let's go to this word here. The word is pronounced although. Okay, stress on the end of the word. Although.
Although.
Okay, so instead of ol, it's an ah. So open up the mouth a bit more. Ah, although.
Although.
Yeah, good. One more time. Although.
Although.
There you go. Good. And last one here, we're going to say did not demand obedience. Did not demand obedience.
Did not demand obedience.
Okay, good. Nice job. Thank you.
Thanks.
No problem. Amparo, I believe you Next, let's have you read from, okay, he encouraged us. Okay, finish the paragraph and read down to could not soar, please.
Okay. He encouraged us to be more than we thought possible. He wanted us to have a better life than he had had. He respected us more than we respected ourselves, which now, after all these years, I have come to understand as one of the aspects of love. Respect is a concept not only difficult to define, but even more difficult to appreciate because it has an inherent meaning that hangs like the tail of a kite, which without it could not soar.
Okay, nice job. Nice job. Let's take a look at two words. Okay, so instead of hangs, this is going to be a long A sound. Hangs.
Hands, yeah.
Okay, one more time. Hangs. Hangs.
Hands.
There you go. Good. And the last word for you is inherent. Inherent.
Inherent.
Okay, one more time. Inherent.
Inherent.
Okay, very good. Very good. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and pause here. We've got about a minute left. I need to get rolling over to my next class. Okay, but thank you very much, you guys, for coming in. It was great having you all here. I will be back tomorrow night. I don't think I have. No, I don't have any of these classes. I have my other one, my beginner. So I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be doing beginning and intermediate reading. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming.
Take care.
We'll see you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you very much, Chad. Bye. Later.